What's up, everybody? I want to tell you about Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's one of the easiest ways to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting Anchor on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. So download Anchor, the app, or go to anchor.fm to get started. And I'm a veteran, so let's hear some more military cadences. What's up, family? Tonight I want to talk about and share some crazy stories, like some harrowing stories, some wild stories. I was going to talk about trending topics on what's going on in the world, but it's literally nothing, just the same old, if you guys are into shows, Better Call Saul is having its last episode tonight. Bachelorette is on, which I don't watch that show. John Wayne is trending on Twitter because back in 1973, Little Feather was heckled with racist abuse from audience during her 1973 speech, recalling later that John Wayne had to be restrained from rushing the stage to attack her. If you don't know who Little Feather is, she was a Native American woman who refused Marlon Brando's award. So that was back then. I just always find it interesting how, so let me tell you, it says the Academy Motion Picture Award Science has formally apologized to Sacheen Little Feather, the Native American woman who won famously to the Oscar stage in 1973 on behalf of Marlon Brando and refused to accept the Best Actor prize in protest against Hollywood's depiction of indigenous people. Little Feather 975 was heckled and subjected to racist abuse from the audience during her speech, recalling later that John Wayne had to be restrained. He almost attacked her. And the Academy pretty much said the abuse you endured because of this statement was unwarranted and unjustified. Then Academy's president David Rubin wrote in a letter to Little Feather on June 18, which was shared with media on Monday, the emotional burden you've lived through and the cost to your own career in our industry is irreparable. For too long, the courage you show has been unacknowledged. For this, we offer our deepest apologies. And she is an Apache of Yaqui descent, and they're supposed to have a special event on September 17th where they'll present her. But I'm like, why did y'all wait so long? Is my thing. Yeah, that's just interesting why they waited so long to apologize. Like, this happened back in 1973, and yeah, it's sad. Let's see so Trump's ex-lawyer Michael Cohen is giving his account of what is going on with Trump and this Mar-a-Lago, as he says it. So let's see what he says is going on right now.
TikTokers, it's Mike Cohen here from Mike Cohen Reacts. What a day, what a day, what a day. It's not even 2 o'clock in the fucking afternoon, and we already have some new information. First of all, let's just go back for a quick second and talk about dear old Donald, right? Right after they went ahead and they raided Mar-a-Lago, the first thing the fucking guy comes out and says, no, there were no documents. Quite frankly, there were no documents. We even signed the letter. Bullshit, all right? So they come in, they search, they grab like 12, 13 additional boxes of documents. Then all of a sudden, it's then the fact that he brought all the documents home, right? It was his homework. Even presidents have homework, which is interesting because while at the Trump organization, he never took a goddamn thing upstairs. That's certainly for sure. And there was definitely no homework going on there. Then all of a sudden, well, even if there were documents, all right, even if there were, they were all declassified. Quite frankly, they were all declassified. I declassified them myself without understanding. There's a fucking process, you dopey Donald douchebag. That's just not how it works. Okay, so Donald's fucked. Let's just all acknowledge that. Donald's really in fucking trouble, and I for one could not be happier. Then, of course, there's Rudy Colludi, drunken Giuliani, who is now the subject of a criminal investigation in Fulton County, Georgia, for the Raffensperger phone calls and so on. I certainly hope that this is what Rudy Colludi, drunken Giuliani, was talking about when he said out loud that he has an insurance, that he has insurance against Donald. Because, Rudy, listen to me very carefully. I personally know how it feels to be thrown under the bus. Your fat old ass is not going to do as well as I did, regardless of where you go. And trust me, my friend, all right? Donald, his kids, the whole fucking lock, stock, and barrel of them would be just as happy to blame you for everything, which they're gonna do. So smarten the fuck up. TikTokers, stay tuned.
So this is Michael Cohen, Trump's former attorney, and yeah, I'm gonna just let that whole thing speak for itself because it's like, yeah, no comment. Let's get into some crazy TikTok stories. I have lots of them and they're endless. Like, TikTok has so much stuff going on, and I like to go sift through and pick the most craziest ones for you. So let's get started.
So boom. Okay, I'm here with the story time. I know it took me forever, but at the end of the day, I have time today. Okay, I had to keep y'all anticipating. I had to keep y'all guessing. Okay, so here's us. Okay, we look good. We look blessed. Yeah, this was the calm before the storm. Okay, clearly my client was getting married, and she invited me and my other clients to her wedding. Okay, y'all see no scars on the face. We look happy. We look like tonight is about to be a good ass night. Like, we about to get lit. It was BYOB. In our mind, we was about to have a good time until. And when I tell you this is why this story pisses me the fuck off. This could have happened to anybody, like I said before, but unfortunately it happened to my boo. So let's get to it. So at the end of the day, now this is a very important piece of the story. The wedding was actually held at my client's house. Okay, she has a beautiful big house with lots of land. Okay, so they didn't want people going in and out of their house, so they have porta potties set up for people to use the bathroom, so nobody's going inside of their house. Okay, just so you know. When I tell you guys the wedding was lit, the wedding was lit. Look at the girl. I can't believe and there's me. I should have helped her up. If I could go back in time. However, y'all see, we partied from the day to the night. Okay, we was out. Literally after we took this happy photo, y'all see, she still has no scars. Everything is good. Okay, right after we took this photo, this is where it got complicated. Okay, first of all, the groom and the bride, they have dogs. Okay, they have animals, whatever. At this time, I'm tired. I'm sitting at the table. I'm ready to go. But like I said, I rolled with my client. This is why you always drive yourself everywhere. However, it was God given that I was there. In my mind, this is what the dog looked like, but I'm not sure. It was nighttime. I was tired. I was already ready to go. So this is the groom's dog. Okay, the groom's dog went on a loose. Okay, the groom's dog was outside. Okay, it was running around the dance floor and everything. All right, everybody, I swear to goodness, I was like, somebody dog. Now, I don't do dogs, so I'm not about to. I don't do dogs. However, so I'm like, somebody get your dog. Everybody's like, oh my God, this dog is running around, right? Mind you, my boo, she's a dog lover, okay? But this dog is just running around. And they're like, oh no, the dog is fine. The dog is not going to escape. Mind you, it was a lot going on. It was fireworks. It was a lot of noise. So you don't know if the dog was rattled the fuck up. Like, it was not in its calm at peace at its home because it was a lot going on. So I don't understand. Yeah.
No, it's got her part too, but she is doing a lot. She is doing a lot with her expressions. Let's see what happened. Only reason I even picked this story because the girl's face was completely jacked. So I thought it'd be an interesting story, but let's see.
This is part 3. I had to go a little over. Yeah. But like I said before, like, she is gushing blood. I'm like, bitch. No, but we're still trying to keep her calm. So everybody is rushing over at the wedding. We're like, fuck the dog at this point. But the groom is still looking for the dog. I think he's not really processing of what is happening at his wedding, but he's just looking for the dog. Like, I need my dog, I need my dog. And the bride is too, and that's fine. But my girl's over here dying. Like, it was crazy. So we're trying to keep her calm. Everybody's rushing over. I want to tell you, everybody's rushing over because it, like, when I tell you, we could see, basically, I saw her brain. It was a little overwhelming. So I'm just like, we're holding pressure. We're sitting her down. Why did my thing just go away like that? My girl is leaking, okay? Everybody is concerned. Everybody's worried. And it's just like, literally like a horror scene. Like, all of this blood is all on her dress. And I'm just like I rode with her. So I'm just like, I really can't handle shit like that. But like, this client means a lot to me. So I was just like trying to stay calm for her. Mind you, this was Father's Day weekend. So I had to literally call her parents. And, you know, I love her parents because I met her parents before. However, I was fucking nervous as fuck because I'm just like, oh, they probably think we got drunk. We got too lit. Like, we did some crazy shit. Like, because I just feel thinking like they just gonna, because, you know, I'm the lit person. They were like, oh, Takira be wildin'. So I'm just thinking like the worst. But in my mind, I'm thinking my bitch had got attacked by a bear or the dog came back to life and just mauled the shit out of her. But no, like, she literally fell. And, like, we live in the mountains, so, you know, everybody's calling the ambulance. They not coming until 30 minutes. 30 fucking minutes. So we're outside in the mountains, cold as hell, trying to put pressure on her. I'm not a nurse. Everybody is not a nurse. We're just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm on the phone with the parents, going crazy. I can't see at night. Mind you, she drove. And she just got a new ass fucking car. So the ambulance finally came. Nobody could ride with her in the ambulance. So now it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We drive to the ambulance. Okay, I had to wait for her, like, get CAT scans, sleep in the hospital. I can't show you those pictures because these are very graphic, and I feel like TikTok will shut me down. But I just want to say, moral of the story: when your friends say it's time to go, it's time to go. Because now
Anyway, I can't do her voice anymore. Like, I listened to the stories when I played them for y'all, and this was a trash story. For real. Like, she was doing too much. I can't. Her friend fell on the dance floor at a wedding and split her head open. This did not need to be a 3-part story. Like, some of these people really drag out stuff. So the next thing I'm going to play is this church pastor getting, confronted in Tarjay because he was trying to meet a 14-year-old boy. Yeah, he's a church pastor. So let's hear that confrontation.
For a sec, for what? You know what for? No. 100% you. No. Hey, look, I can blast you right now, man. Embarrass you. What? I'm Ian. Huh? I'm Ian. Ian? Mm-hmm. Okay. How old is Ian? I don't know. He said he was 16. No, he didn't. You want to try again? Just so you know, you were talking to me the whole time. Okay. How old did he say? 15. He said he's about to turn 15. Okay.
So what does that make him?
15. 14.
Makes him 14 years old, bro.
Okay. So what part of that do you think's okay? And now you got the Cheetos.
We've been asking for it.
It's not okay. You're right. Okay. You're gonna come over here so they're not like shooting on you.
I mean, what the fuck are you thinking, dude?
And first off, here, hold on. First off, I want to say, we're not here to hurt you. Okay. We're literally recording, so like, when you leave, you can't say we tried to touch you. It's for both our defense, you know. Okay. I'm not trying to put you on blast or anything, but Ian's my little brother. Okay. And I found out he was talking to you. Okay. I'm the one who was at the mall with yesterday. I read the whole chat. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out what's going through your head. Nothing. Nothing? Right. You want to go over like what you said, Jones? asked him if he's got his cock sucked before?
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah. So what part of that do you think is okay?
It's not okay.
It's like, what was your plan here once you left? This is literally, like, I'm honestly, like, shaking right now because this is my first time doing this. And I've never fucking moved.
I didn't have a plan.
How many
So
times
you
have
gonna,
you
like,
done
pick them up?
I've not done it. I've not done this before.
Okay. So, like, I don't even know, like, what to do right now. I'm just like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Like, this is
I
blowing
mean,
my
we could
mind.
easily go to the cops, man.
I know.
I'm just literally...
So I would have to look up to see what even happened with that case. I think somebody in the comments said he did get arrested, but he said this was his first time. It didn't look like it to me. He was dressed up. He had bought the snacks that the boy had requested so they could prove that he was planning on doing this. And like I said, he was a church pastor trying to meet a 14-year-old. And you don't know who these kids are talking to on the internet. I know parents kind of give their kids a lot of freedom on the internet, but it is a dangerous game because there are so many predators out there. So let's get into this next lady's story where she tells, a sad story about what her ex-husband did to her.
My husband of nearly 22 years, the father of my 4 children, had just shot me 3 times with a .45 caliber handgun before putting the gun in his mouth and committing suicide. My cell phone had fallen during the scuffle. And so the first thing I did was try to prop myself up on my elbows and crawl to where I thought my cell phone had fallen. The thoughts going through my head were that I wanted to do everything I could to protect my children from stumbling upon the carnage. When I wasn't able to crawl forward, I knew I was in trouble, and that's when I began to cry for help. My then 14-year-old son went to the house phone and called 911. My then 6-year-old daughter ran down to the bedroom area, found my cell phone, stepped over her father's body, and gave me the phone to call 911 myself. My children saved my life.
Wow. That is sad and just terrible. I'm very big on this domestic abuse stuff. I hate it so much. Let's get into the next story here.
So we have an update on this pregnancy story, and this time we're getting the point of view of the mother. So of course you guys can pause to read all of this. This is apparently her second time losing a child, and when they got pregnant this second time, they weren't even together like that, and it wasn't until this point that she meets his family. So initially he didn't want to have the baby, and that caused some point of contention. She says she froze up and she didn't do it, so he decided to accept the baby along with his family. She also says she showed up to his house at 3 a.m. with a hammer and a screwdriver, threatening to mess up his car. Her excuse was he knew I wasn't going to do nothing to his car, but that's when he got a peace order against her, and that's when his family kind of put a little distance between them two, and this is the part that the niece was talking about, even though the family kept in touch with her. Now, this is the point where she loses the baby. And she loses the baby at a time when him and her are not on good terms, so it sounds like she's making it seem like she's still pregnant so she can keep him in her life, because she says out of her own mouth she didn't think they would be there for her if they found out that she was pregnant. But then that she wasn't pregnant, I'm sorry. But then she also says that she didn't want to hurt his feelings. You tell me what you think. So she's saying, could she have been honest? Yes. Did she go too far? Yes. Was she wrong? Yes. But don't try to make it seem like he was a saint, which I don't think she's really getting the point here. But you tell me what you think.
So pretty much this girl lied about being pregnant and had her like a whole baby shower and everything, which that's actually happened to me before. This girl did the exact same thing, and she actually just had a tumor, but we had like a baby shower, and I was young. I knew no better. But yeah, the baby never came. Like, someone told us that she was lying. So people do this all the time. It's really strange and odd. What do you guys think about prison relationships? I think it's pretty they're interesting. I know a lot of women prefer it because they always know where their man is at. But I think this is a funny phone call from a guy that's in prison, and he's kind of going off on his girl, like, why she's never home. So let's listen to this.
Always.
Hey, I guess you don't want my love, so I gotta move on and shit, you feel me? I feel like you got somebody else, you cheating on me and shit like that, but it's cool though, you feel me? I'm gonna let you do you feel me? Every time I look up, you always getting your hair did, every fucking day. Like, sit down somewhere, take your ass, go to sleep or something. But you wanna put on clothes every day and shit? Like, I'm depressed. I want you to be depressed with me, you feel me? I don't get that shit, man. If I'm miserable, you supposed to be miserable, baby. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want my love, I guess I'm gonna move on. And like I said, this shit goddamn crazy how you doing, man. Shit. I told you send me a goddamn another letter. You talking about some? If I send you another letter, I'm gonna be going off on your shit, man. Why you can't send me no letter? A good positive letter, positive energy and shit. Why you gotta be so negative and shit? You feel me? Like, man, you need to chill out, man. I don't know what the fuck you on. You need to stop drinking that liquor, smoking that dope you on. I don't know what the fuck it is, baby. You feel me? But you got me fucked all the way up and shit, bro. For real. You know, I don't even play that shit. Shit, goddamn. Your sex ass, goddamn, steady putting on, goddamn, getting your hair did and shit, man. Like, I don't know. I think you got somebody new. You trying to look good around all the time and shit, man, but fuck that nigga and shit, man. That nigga ain't had no motherfucking emotion out there. I got the real emotion. I'm gonna stay having emotion. You feel me?
And that was a hilarious call. And he just saying, girl, you supposed to be depressed with him. Why are you out getting your hair done, doing all this stuff when this man is very miserable? It's not fair. And yeah. Anyway, that was like my little TikTok stories today. Some of them sad. I wanted to end on a somewhat funny. I mean, the guy was kind of sad, but you know, hold down y'all prison boos, because those guys are going to send y'all letters of encouragement all the time. No, that's actually a joke, but stay strong out there, y'all. F is for family, signing out.